Um, so I think tonight I want to read from a story about a guy named Vincent. There's a lot of stories about him. They're the beginning ones. I think I probably posted number one, the third, already. That's the beginning of the writings here. This is the second of the writings. Vincent never knew. Pardon me for saying so much. I'm a little nervous. Someone that matters a lot to me said, I did okay for the first time, and I felt she was telling me that I need to try it again. Okay. Yes. And my roomie and his dog are having fun right now. Okay, so let's see. How do I want to do this? No, not like that. I think like that. That's the best I can do. Vincent never knew. You could say he didn't know shit, because he didn't. It's not a put down, but he got an inkling. I don't know shit, he would say, smiling. Sometimes he'd be really pissed when he said it. An inkling. That's what he had. An inkling that led him on an unknown journey long before he was even aware it was happening. Shadows of warlocks that move just a shade past the here. They attach, you know. In the shadowy intermediate places found in various ways of thought and no thought, perhaps being, not being, and such. Years later, Vincent would go looking for his teacher, guide, brother, as he sat with another. And as they passed through the way, rather he found instead shadow. Of course, what else? With the shape of his old journey mate, the very spirit that he had known. What do I do? Vincent asked. What would he do? Was the reply. So Vincent guarded and protected in the middle world. He set a circle high, stalked low, sat and waited. Did the one Vincent sat with even know? But again, that was much later. After the inkling seeded, germinated, and sprouted, and he grew to the mighty tree, Vincent later learned to harvest. That's one. I call them vignettes. They're short stories. Kind of stand on their own. They work together. At this point, they're forming a pretty interesting story. I had no idea where it was going. I thought I was done once, and I wasn't. So, but that's okay. That's okay. So moving on to Vincent approached the low lift platform. There was a chair, church chair, A little stand for a small book, perhaps. A light one, anyway. Was it the sweat? The clammy sweat of unsurety, insecurity, or just the closed-up night air filled with the breath of the sweat and occasionally the passing fart? Vincent was pretty sure he needed to do this. He didn't understand the passing by, the goodbye, I never knew you, in stereo from his own lips and theirs as well. It was perhaps the act of self-respect or righteous indignation or frothing mad dog splat over the crackling mic. A shotgun answered with a .22, done right, either kills. And done right either saves, but what is ever done right? Beyond the low platform and crackling mic, spewed Vincent's beauty. A beauty nurtured from another kind. Kind, yes, over the years, through epics, through forgotten, through faces and dreams and songs and poetry. She had come to Vincent. He never knew. Not too much later than this night and this city and this waning moon and this distant echo, the place with echoes. Echoing to where? To whom? And most of all, why? What the fuck? Anyway, Vincent read his soul aloud. It was unimpressive. Slithering out the door, the poet laureate for the venue whispered, "Good night, poet." "Excuse me," came like a voice right at me. I'm thinking, what? Says on to me, "You been telling of Vince, right?" "Yeah," I said. "I mean, this is weird." "Well, I wouldn't bother you." "None, eh?" He says, "But I was wondering about what poem Vincent read that night. You know, right?" So I said to him, "Look, I'm not even supposed to show up in this roundy round." So he goes on and says, "Look, Vincent read something that night. It was pretty important to him. And I would like to know just what he read, sir." Okay. So weird kook goes to weird with a Y. In back old forgotten days meant spirit be afoot. How do I explain to this questioning soul that the V can only be through me? Then like a disappearing dream, tender, on his way stage left with scribbling on the napkin on my kitchen sink, writing. Vincent sees it differently, my friend. Some nights, Vincent slept in the hollow, in the arroyo deep in the thick. Troll waits, it's all troll does. Wait in the thicket of the foliage of a place called sleep. Meet there the vapors rising from the swamp. Be they trolls or be they Vincents, be they all or be they nothing at all. When words felt empty and the pages stood hollow with no echo, the reflection of the emptiness of an existential state from the present future past did clang on the edges of nothing. Soundlessness brought faint clues to the world so missed from the shortcomings of broken hearts gone by a million years ago. Vincent's truth, yet unknown, fled the sentence of the dark void, letting the bruises heal as slow time, limbs intact as to the walking, maybe the talking and the thinking. Now there's the avenue to all that awaits onto the stepping out, moving in the moments coming and going. Eyes lie like ears lie. And the scene was not certain. But the dancing, yeah. The dancing, that's where the heart plays, and the dancing and the singing of the unheard words from the secret love and even joy found in the minutiae, in between the in-betweens. In dancing and singing, between the lines of thinking, can be knowing, not here, not now, but dancing, singing lost moves and words and melodies from distant heavens fall down like the lightest rain on a new spring day. Vincent can't find it, hold it, control it, but he can sing it and dance it, and in the quiet world of heaven found personally, more than a memory and less than a truth. And if Vincent had learned anything, it was arrogance. Like the pride of survival looked at in hindsight. Time may shift the edges, harder or softer. Vincent tweaked looking back. So much past that he had missed. Squint, Vince. Squint hard. Remember past the amnesia wall. Gone fog from stone to mist. To a distant place and time. From that he could get a bit of turquoise in his light grip. And ever so carefully do a bit of arranging. Hopefully it worked, not always. Outlander be woman too, you know. At the edges, peering in, peering out. And it's known that he didn't know shit. When she came into dresses and jeans and bonnets and gloves, poison ivy and Queen Anne lace with names from near and far, Outlander all the same. It was she who really showed Vincent the boundaries meant be passed. In or out. And there he chased her in all her names and times and frozen love and boiling fear, catalyst for terror, breaking the fractured down, down, down. He didn't know She was the same one every time. The connection through heart and soul and mind and body with that outlander, that woman, that warrior, that fire-scorched, cleansed to carbonic unraveling. At times she was severe, she was above. And he never knew, he always knew. Suspicion, like the sense of being followed, observed. It took Vincent a very long time to reconcile this shit. So, that's a good introduction to the Vincent writing. So what can I say about that? I guess I kind of let it stand on its own. I'll look at the video, see if my head was in the wrong place, if I cut everything off. But anyway, thanks. See if I can turn it off now.